What's up, y'all? We're back working on this big barbecue pit again that I took off the gun trailer. It's been a few weeks since I got on it. Like I said, I was squaring these doors off and they're still just tacked up. I got to weld them on. So I'm fixing to weld those on. I started cutting out the pieces for this side. This is the top part. And hopefully this weekend I'll get the doors and everything put on and have them all welded up. I had to go grab a hood. I went and got a cheap Lincoln Electric blacked out hood from Home Depot. The auto lens in mine is messed up. It won't charge, so I went and picked this up because it was cheap. I'll let y'all know what I think about it here in a little bit. But we're going to get to cutting some more pieces out and welding some stuff together, so we'll see how it looks as it goes. Alright, y'all, we got one side welded up. Starting to frame the other side in. You can see this first door here that's been framed in. Starting to get it welded up. That hood is working good too. I don't really like auto darkening. I don't really like blacked out hoods because I'm so used to auto darkening. But it's working just fine. On these here, I'm welding them on the inside because I can't reach down in there. The line around this, I welded it on the inside too, just so I was going to have to grind it anyway for the door to sit on it. I'm going to grind this top weld out just to make sure everything sits flush. Like I say, I'm starting to frame that one in, but I'm fixing to go ahead and try to figure out the door on this one right quick. I tried to put the door on there, and the first attempt at the door, it kind of went south. You can see I took it back off now. But this is what we had. I had it shaped up on there. This is the outside. And instead of bracing the inside, I said I'll brace the outside. And I had the door tacked all the way around, but not tacked good enough. And with all the heat, by the time I cut it loose, it had it warped pretty good. You can see, you can kind of see down that side right there where those corners come up. And instead of trying to cut all this loose right now, I'm just going to go at it again and try to do it in a different fashion this time. This time I'm going to cut it out in one solid piece instead of trying to weld it back together in the middle. I'm going to try to cut it in one solid piece and bend it over. I don't have a brake here, so we're going to see how well that goes. I'm going to cut it with a grinder instead of the torch so I don't get the warpage from it, and then attempt to bend it. Got the piece cut out. What I'm doing now, I measured down about an 1/8 inch over what the top piece should be. Use a straight edge to put a line all the way across. Instead of trying to bend it in a whole fashion, I'm going to use the cutting blade to cut some of this line out. I'm not going to cut all the way through, just about halfway, and then try to get it over the edge of the table and bend it down into shape. It was worth it. But anyway, we got it on the table. I flipped it over the cut side down. I clamped this to the front of it to hold it. And since it was still raising, I just kind of tacked this piece of channel back here to the back side to hold the back. And we're going to see what it does now as far as bending. I really wish I had something to put on the front, but I'm trying to do it without having to fab that up. I got this first door put on. I was trying to get it bent without using heat, but I ended up having to use a little bit of heat anyway. This is what we look like. You can see I got it tacked on a little bit on both sides. It fit up there against there real good though. I got one side that's leaving a little slight gap, and I don't think that's gonna be a problem. It should come right out. I'll have to trim the bottom right there when it's said and done. Then I'm fixing to try to put these hinges on the top. You see right there, I just turned these down at work. Had a sleeve in there. This one, I was making them out of this bar, and I hadn't cut this one down yet. But I just got to cut it off. I'm going to put these hinges on here and cut it back loose. Make sure everything's working right, and then we'll probably put braces inside it. Trying to sort of pulse weld this at a low heat to keep from shocking the doors again or warping them like I did before. Looks like we got the door put in on one side anyway. I got the hinges put on up there. Like I say, I was trying to pulse them at a low heat, keep from getting any more warpage on this thing like we did last time. And it worked out pretty good. I got the tacks cut off, got the bottom trimmed. Still got to weld the back side of the hinge. Still clean up where all the tacks were. As you can see, we are now in there. I'm going to put some kind of braces on the inside, and again I'm going to probably either tack them or just pulse them at a low heat. Try to keep from bending anything back. You can see where I cut the tacks loose. Got to smooth that all back out. But everything's looking good so far. We'll get it all cleaned up and keep going.